Alright guys, welcome to Learnlyte. In this video we're gonna continue from where we left off in the last video talking about strings. So today we're gonna talk about string slices and string methods. Alright, so let's begin. So what is a string slice? A string slice is basically just a segment of a string. Selecting a slice is kind of similar to selecting a character, but not exactly the same. So whereas when we select a character, we just get a single character. When we're doing string slices, we get a part of the string. We're not getting the full string, and we're not just getting a single character, but a part of the string. Alright, so the best way to show you is by, of course, example. So let's begin by creating a string. I'm going to have a variable s. I'm going to assign this variable a string of hello world. Right? So how string slice works is that we use the same bracket operator, but we do something different. Whereas when we do string index, it's just a single number. When we're doing string slices, it's two numbers separated by a colon. So let's take a look at an example. I'm going to say s. I'm going to say open square bracket 0 colon 5 and square bracket and hit enter. So as you can see, the entire string is hello world, but I did a slice of the string and got hello. So how does this slice work? Well, the first number, which is this one right here, the 0, tells us, or basically tells Python where to begin slicing the string. So we begin at the element that has the 0 index. The second number tells us where to end slicing. So we end at the 5th element. So we begin at the 0, or the element at the 0 index, and we end at the element at the 5th index. But what you should also know, that when doing string slices, we include the first element, which is the 0, the element at the 0 index, but we do not include the 5th element. And that's how string works, or string slices works. So let's say, for example, we have a string. Or let's say we have an example right here. We have the nth term and we have the mth term, right? So when doing string slices, we include the nth term, but we exclude the mth term, if that makes sense. Or let me use some different. Let's call this x and let's call this y. So when doing string slices, we include the x term, but we exclude the y term. And you can see it in this example where we begin at index 0, which is the h, and we go up to index 5. So we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see that the 5 is the blank space. So we have everything from 0, but not including 5. We have everything from 0 up to 5, but not including 5. So let's take a look at another example. This time we're going to say s. And we're going to begin from the 2nd index going up to the 8. And what do we get? We get this, whatever that is. So you can see we begin at the 2nd index, which is this L right here, and we go up to the 8th index, which is the space is 5, 6, 7, 8. So the R is the 8th index. So we go up to the 8th index, but not including the 8th index. So if we wanted the 8th index now, we'd have to go up to 9. So if we do that, we say 2, and we go up to 9, we're gonna get the R. So I hope that makes sense. So you can kind of understand how string slices work. And you should also note that you don't always have to provide a number. And what do I mean by that? Say, for example, I say s, and I didn't give it a first number. I just gave it 5. What do you think will happen here? Well, what will happen here is that since we didn't specify where to begin, Python will automatically begin at the first element and goes up to the fifth element, but doesn't include the fifth element. And we go ahead and hit enter. We get hello. So what happens if we do the vice versa, where we specify the starting element, but we didn't specify any where to stop basically? What do you think will happen? Well, you can take a guess and you're probably right. We get, whoops, wrong one. Hit enter and we get the full string. So why do we get the full string? Well, the reason for that is because we didn't specify where to stop, Python will automatically go right all the way to the end. So since we're starting at the first element and we didn't tell it where to stop, Python gives us the entire string back because it will go right to the end. So let's see another example. I'm going to say S. We're going to start at the third element. I won't tell it where to stop, and see what we get. You see, so it begins at the third index, and since we didn't specify where to stop, it'll just go right to the end of the string. Alright. Something that you should also take into consideration when doing string slices is that if the first argument of the string is greater than or equal to the second argument, then you will get a null string. So what do I mean by that? Let's take a look. So I have S, and if the first argument, and I'm gonna have it be 3, and if it's greater than the second argument, we're gonna get a null string. So bear that in mind. And also, if the first argument is equal to the second string, we're gonna get a null string as well. So you can see it right here. If we do that, we go ahead and enter, we get a null string. And you can kind of see why too, because we're telling Python to begin at index 3, and we want to end at index 1, but index 1 comes before index 3, so right there, that doesn't make any sense. And as such, Python just returns a empty string. Alright. It should also be noted that while we're using positive numbers here, we can also use negative numbers. What happens if I pass -1 into the square brackets? What do you think we'll get? Well, I can tell you, if you pass -1, you will get the last element of the string, which is D. So if you want to get the last element of a string, you can always just use -1. And something else that you can do also, we can pass negative numbers where we can say -5 colon -1. And what do we get? We get whirl. So how does this work with negative numbers? Negative numbers, you kind of have to think backwards. So it begins, -5 starts from the back of the string where the first element is -1. Well, the first element at the back is -1. The second element is -2, -3, -4, -5. So -5 is the W. We're telling it to stop at -1, which is the D. So it starts at -5 and goes up to -1, but doesn't include -1. Remember that. And that's why we get whirl. Alright, so that's it for Python string slices. The next thing we're going to talk about is Python string methods. So when you create a string, you probably didn't know that string comes in with or I should say the string data type has many built-in functions that we can use. Some of those built-in functions are, for example, the find method, which basically searches the string for a given letter or a given character, and then returns the index of that character. So let's say I want to find the index of D. I pass D into it, the find built-in method, hit enter, and it gets D is not defined. Oh, that should be in quotations, I believe. Go ahead, hit enter, and we get 10. So the index of D is 10. Alright, so that's one method. And we also use the bear in mind we use the dot. I don't know if you see that dot right there. We use the dot in order to call the methods on the string. So we have a string called s, and we use the dot method to call these various string methods. Another string method is the case fold, which basically takes a string, case fold, there it is, takes a string and basically converts it to lowercase. So if I say s.casefold, you can see it converts all the letters to lowercase. Another popular string method that you can use is string.upper. Yeah. And you call the upper method and it transforms all the string or all the characters of the string to uppercase. And Python has many more built-in string methods that you can use. So you can do a quick Google search to find them all. And that's basically it for strings, slices, and string methods. So with that in mind, let's do a quick recap of what was done. So we talk about string slices. So bear in mind when doing string slices, it's similar to string indexes, but instead of having one parameter, we now have two, and both parameters are separated by a colon. So the first parameter tells us where to start slicing the string from, and the second parameter tells us where to finish slicing the string. So when we slice a string, we begin here and we go up to the second element, but doesn't include the second element. So what that means is that we begin at the first element and go up to the second element, but we don't include it. So again, let me reiterate. We begin, so for this example right here, we begin at index 0, we go up to index 5, but we do not include index 5, which is why we get hello. And if you check it out, index 5 right here is just this blank space in between, because the blank space counts as a character. Alright, and we should also note that index can also be negative numbers, and negative numbers is kind of us starting, instead of starting at the front of the string, negative numbers start at the back of the string. So if you want the last element of a string, you can pass -1. And similarly, we know we can use negative numbers down here as well, although I recommend to stick to positive numbers because negative numbers can kind of be tricky to wrap your head around. And lastly, we know that every string in Python comes with a certain number of inbuilt string methods that we can use, or string functions that we can use. An example of those string methods or functions are, I showed you 3 examples. We have the find, which is basically takes a character and it returns the index at which that character is found. If that character is not there, then it will return none, I believe. Then we have case fold, which basically takes a string and converts it to lowercase right here. And we have this next string method called upper, which basically transforms the string or all characters of the string to uppercase. And you can do a quick Google search to find out more Python inbuilt string functions or Python inbuilt string methods. And that's it for this video. I hope you learned a lot. So if you like the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And once again, thank you for watching.